Welcome to the Daily Wager Studios in Las Vegas. Tyler Fulgham and Joe Fortenbaugh in the NFL doing two-a-days. Everyone's favorite part of playing football back in the day, right?
You are not Doug Kazarian, but you look fine in that seat, if I may say.
Well, let's set up for our viewers out there what we're going to do. Two teams a day leading up to training camp. Today it is the Eagles and the Falcons. Going to break down some picks, futures, props, all that. You, my friend, Philadelphia guy, know this team very well. You'll see the win total this year, 7, tie with the Giants for lowest in the NFC East, plus 280 to make the playoffs, 75-1 to win another Super Bowl. And look at that, odds for the worst record of the NFL at 12-1. Perhaps that tickles someone's fancy up here, but Fortenbaugh, you are indeed the Philly guy, so why don't you get it started? This team has Jalen Hurts, new head coach and Nick Sirianni, Devontae Smith, the Heisman winner out of Alabama. What's your favorite way to wager the Eagles?
Not on them. If their odds to have the worst record in the league are way better than winning the Super Bowl, you know you probably have a problem. I'm going to go under 7 wins. Okay. That's the key I would play here. I only have them favored in 3 of 17 games this season, and none of those are until week 8 when they host the Detroit Lions. So clearly, that is not a good situation to be in. Experience is going to be the operative word, or shall I say lack thereof. Head coach Nick Sirianni never coached a game in the NFL before. Quarterback Jalen Hurts, 4 career starts. Wide receiver Jalen Reagor only caught 31 passes last season. Devontae Smith, who they drafted in the top 15, he has obviously never played an NFL game, and they don't have their bye week until, look at that, week 14. That is going to hurt, literally and figuratively, when you're trying to get healthy throughout the course of the season. 8 wins in an improved division seems like a tall order. I'm going with the under.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like the under there. That's the way I would play the Eagles and this team. Just don't know if I've seen enough for them to improve to be a top contender in the NFC East, especially with Sirianni kind of coming out of nowhere to be the head coach that they picked to supplant Doug Peterson. Jalen Hurts, I like an under on him as well. Under 3,700.5 passing yards. Why? Well, I don't know what kind of quarterback he is. Showed some flashes as a rookie, but is he the type of guy who can pass for 4,000 yards in a season? I don't know. I certainly know his weapons aren't the most exciting. Maybe down the line, Reagor and Smith are something to write home about, but that's a weakness, I think, on this team. The wide receiver core, I think a strength is Hurts' legs and that offensive line with Miles Sanders behind him. They should be a run-oriented team. Yes. And, of course, if he does get hurt, that will hurt the over as well. 3,700.5 passing yards for Jalen Hurts. Let's bring in the Bear now, Chris Felica, to join the conversation on the Eagles. Bear, anything you like to bet on the Eagles?
I'm seeing the Eagles the same way you guys are seeing the Eagles. I am under on the Eagles pretty confidently this year. I am not sold on the Jalen Hurts at quarterback situation. I think some things potentially could get sideways there. Can Miles Sanders stay healthy and be an every down back? The secondary was bad last year. And look, this is a division where the Cowboys are going to be better. The Washington football team is going to be better. The Giants are going to be better. I'm not sure the Eagles are going to be better just because they drafted Devontae Smith in the first round. You look at the schedule, you've got non-division games opening up in Atlanta with Arthur Smith and a new coach. There'll be an underdog there. You've got to play San Francisco. You've got to play New Orleans. You've got to play Tampa Bay. You've got to play Kansas City, the 2 teams that were in the Super Bowl last year. Not only is this a team that I'm under win total, I'd take a chance at plus 1,200 on the worst team in the league because do you look at the schedule? They could easily be 0-6 and things could go really south. So I know the Jaguars and the Texans and that ilk have the likings on the worst record, but the Eagles at 12-1 is not a bad ticket to hold.
All right, the Eagles' Week 1 opponent, the Atlanta Falcons. Let's move down to the ATL here on two-a-days. Hang tight there, Bear. We'll be back with you in a second. The Falcons, a regular season win total of 7.5. 8-1 to win that NFC South. And no Drew Brees there. 50-1 to win the Super Bowl. And how about Matt Ryan? 35-1 to do something he has done before, win an MVP. All right, Joe Fortenbaugh, as we look down to the ATL, we'll get to you in a second. The Bear now, Kyle Pitts, the 4th overall selection in the NFL draft, very high for a tight end. Is there a longer shot bet that you like with this Atlanta team, Bear?
Yeah, I would take a chance on Kyle Pitts to be the offensive rookie of the year. Somebody is going to need to catch balls and get the targets that Julio Jones is no longer there to get. And that's why they drafted Kyle Pitts so high in the NFL draft. I think he and Ryan are going to have a great rapport. I think Arthur Smith is already scheming up plays to create mismatches with Pitts. I think in addition to that, you got a lot of these quarterbacks that have shorter odds and that are either in A, a really bad situation, or B, just aren't going to start, or both even potentially. So I think Pitts' odds are definitely worth a play as Rookie of the Year. And in the same vein, Arthur Smith to be Coach of the Year, I think you need to look at that. Oftentimes you have coaches win this award by improving teams' win total in their first year. You look at the Falcons, where they were last year, where they lose 7 games, I think, by a touchdown or less. Like, they don't need to be like a complete overhaul to really improve the win total and give Arthur Smith a really nice chance at winning Coach of the Year.
All right, Joe Fortenbaugh, how are you looking at this Falcon squad for 21?
First, let me acknowledge the troll job on behalf of Bear with the Eagles having the worst record. Big talk coming from a Jets fan who suddenly drafted a quarterback out of BYU. I guess problem solved in New York. I will bet the Falcons over 7.5 wins on the win total. I like them this year. I think they were a good team last year that had a lousy record. Bear alluded to it. They were 2-8 in one-score games. They finished the season 4-12 with a minus 18-point differential.
Philadelphia and Atlanta, Week 1 matchup. And when I look to that Week 1 affair, we will see the total, I think, is a little bit too high. 48. We know we have capable offenses, but new head coaches, new offensive coordinators. Like I mentioned with the Philadelphia Eagles, I think this should be a run-oriented team rather than rely on Jalen Hurts and his arm. Matt Ryan will chuck the pill, but Arthur Smith had a guy named Derrick Henry in Tennessee that he liked to lean on. That guy doesn't exist down in Atlanta, but I don't know if these teams are going to be as fast-paced, run the volume of plays that they did a season ago. So until I see something that indicates otherwise, I'll bet the under, thinking it takes time for these QBs to get to know their OC and their new head coach. Eagles, Falcons, Week 1 matchup, 2-a-days with Fortenbaugh and the Bears.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.